Um, I think you should have the right, for myself, speaking from personal experience, I got what I wanted. My husband got what he wanted. He died where he wanted to be. My mum didn't. And I think the care, the end of life care, should be there wherever you want to be that in the hospital or at home or in a hospice or whatever.
Not really, because I think at that time of when the end's coming like that, you want to be where you want to be, if the circumstances allow.
I don't really know. I don't think that people really get a choice in the matter anyway. I don't really think that most people on an average who aren't like rich or whatever get a choice of where they get to pass anyway.
I don't think it's right, because I would say anyone would rather pass away in somewhere that they're comfortable with, as opposed to like a hospital or a care home where people would be like dying around them and there's sadness and disease around.
Well, no, it's not, is it? Not I suppose it depends how long you have. If you're aware of how long you've got, or a rough amount of time, surely that time should be spent doing what you want to do or being where you want to be.
I suppose sometimes medically it's not possible for them to go anywhere else. It might be if perhaps they're in hospital, they're not well enough, it's not possible for them physically to go home. Maybe there's not a place in the hospice available for them.
I think it could possibly be money related. It could also possibly be due to circumstances of people's lives. You can never really tell what's going to happen or what you're going to be doing and everything, and it's just what it is.
It might be like a resources issue, like not enough resources to place people where they want to be, and so like relocating them somewhere else.
Lack of communication, I would imagine. Do people actually ask them, what they want to do or where they want to be or how they'd like to spend their last however long they've got?
There should be more respite. There should be somebody who can take over for a couple of hours. Often at the end of life, a person is probably maybe unconscious, but breathing can be horrible sound, end of life breathing. So just a couple of hours sleep without having to listen to a loved one going through it, that would be helpful. There doesn't seem to be the availability for somebody to come into the home and say, we can give you a couple of hours if you want to go and have a rest or just want to pop to the shop.
I think there needs to be a more conscious awareness of what, at that point where the people are at. Maybe we need more facilities for end-of-life care. The hospices do a great job, but I know that places are limited.
I think that it's more of like the circumstance, as I say, like if you own your house or whatnot, or what's going on, who else lives there, and whether it's going to be palatable on the family that live there. If you've got young ones, do you really want them to be seeing somebody die there? So it can also be on the family perspective as well as that person, and if that person did want to die at home, then it's all their rights. They should be able to if they want to. I don't really know how to help that, but it would be nice obviously if you had a choice and was like, yeah, I prefer to be sitting at home watching the TV where I usually sit or something like that.
I suppose it depends on what sort of environment they're in. If they're in like a home, I know they get sort of cared for in different levels, but on what level do they have somebody coming in and saying, have you thought about the future, or is there anything you'd like to do? Communication, I think that's really what the key would be.
He made his views clear before he got he got a limited amount of time, so he knew what was coming, so he made his views clear. He wanted to be at home, and I was okay with that. However, come the sort of the 3-4 days before, there was prior to that there'd been support for pain relief and all the equipment that I wanted. was on loan to me from the NHS. All that was fine. but in the few days before he died, there was nothing. There was nobody. Got maybe a daily visit from a nurse who would just put me in, you know.
You felt like
I needed more. And the day before, 2 days before he died, there was nobody. And then the day before he died, he was put on a syringe drive. So they came in then, and then didn't see anybody again. And during that time, as I say, just somebody who could have come and been there, even if it's only for an hour, just because you have to be there with them, and you're listening to them die, and it's not nice.
I wouldn't say I know the difference. I would understand it as being making whatever time you've got left as comfortable and as pain-free as possible.
No.
Do you know the difference between?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I do now, but only because of personal experience. I mean, if you'd have asked me 5 years ago, I'd have probably said, no, I don't know the difference, but I do now.
Palliative care, is that when it's like the care that a person receives when they're terminally ill, like leading up to the end of their life, and then end of life care is like the care they receive in their last few days or like hours or